I think it's time for a little bit of something different than what we typically do on the Speed Zone, and we're gonna talk story time. First thing you might notice, the hat. I was at Sonic Neon Summit, which was a kick-started Sonic the Hedgehog fan meetup convention in Reno, Nevada. When I first heard about it, I don't know, I was contemplating life, going through things, and I was just like, man, I really love Sonic as a franchise, and I know way too much about this damn little blue hedgehog and all of his games, all of his lore, even the comic books, some of the comic drama. It's just one of the hyperfixations. Sue me, it's what I enjoy. When I found out about this convention, I was like, dude, you know what? How much is a plane ticket out to Reno? And I looked at it and I was like, that ain't bad. I've been doing conventions for over a decade now. Started with Anime Central back in 2015, thanks to my buddy Zach Malechek for kind of like breaking me in onto some of the bigger conventions, more anime related, and kind of more like, hey, a convention isn't just being stinky and going around and being awkward. No. It's literally a place where you could really be yourself and you could really express your joy for the whatever fandom is being celebrated. And with anime conventions and Comic-Con conventions, like, these are more like a all-you-can-eat, big grab bag sort of thing, where it's just like, okay, if you like Star Wars, there's a spot for you. If you like, I don't know, Marvel, there's a spot for you. If you like, Dragon Ball, there's a spot for you. My Hero, so on and so forth. With this convention having one primary focus, it is only Sonic. Like, you could show up as other fandoms, and we will get into some of the merging of fandoms, because there is definitely a little bit of DBZ here and there. And I swear to God, I think I saw someone, with a Mario shirt, which back in the 90s, that would be considered absolutely sacrilegious. It's straight up Sonic convention in one of the spots in the United States where they're known for their gambling. I mean, Las Vegas is known for the gambling, but Reno is literally in the same state as Las Vegas. The hotel, the venue, they straight up hit you with those, slot machines and the craps tables and the blackjack tables. And I'm sitting here going, yo, this is like the perfect venue for like a Sonic meetup, because you literally have in just about any Sonic property some sort of pinball, some sort of Casinopolis type aesthetic. I'm like, this is a perfect fit. Absolutely perfect. It was a 3-day event. They had an unofficial meetup, so I rolled in on Thursday to do a meetup at round one, where we all did a whole bunch of like karaoke. And the funny part is that I'm going in blind. I know nobody. Like, I joined the Discord, I introduced myself. It was like, hey, I'm Speed. I like Sonic. I like Shadow. I don't know. Nah, this is where you kind of want to break out of your shell. I've never been to Nevada before, so this was a first, big step for your boy. I wanted to go and cosplay as our boy Knuckles, and not just any Knuckles. Knuckles with the hat from the Sonic OVA movie. It's the best convention I've been to in 10 years, and it was startup. Like, this was the first of its kind. There was maybe 500, maybe 600 people. Because it was so small, they didn't really have much in the way of security. So if you wanted to talk to the celebrities, or if you wanted to interact with them, they would be in the same hallway as the attendees would be, and you just say, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Like they're a good buddy of yours or something. It almost felt like a retreat or everybody in a penthouse for a weekend type deal, versus I'm at this convention center where I have to like wait in several lines, get the privilege to talk to someone. It's just like, oh no, there's Johnny from Crush 40 just chilling over there. He's like coming in late, trying to, go up the elevator. I didn't say anything to him at that time. I wanted to be respectful, but part of me was like, hey, Johnny, I like your music. It's really good. And then just leave him alone. Boom. Check out this VIP pass. This is a startup convention, mind you. Startup. And this is the quality of their badges. And they even had like free handouts. Eggman Empire. And then those that have seen the Sonic 3 movie, they know Agent Stone's line when they have the big crab robot thing. It's like, please, join me in the crab. It's a good badge. Depending on what kind of badge you got, like you got different artwork. So this one had all of Team Dark on it. There's like a Dark Chow in the back sitting on some sort of like unicorn thing or whatever. Crazy. It's a high quality QR codes on the back too type badge. To kind of paint a picture of what the venue was like after we touched down, it was at the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno, Nevada. It's just a hotel kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's close enough to the airport where you can take a shuttle back and forth. Like, there's casino vibes all over the place. It's a straight up third casino, third resort, and then the remaining third is like convention center. Our event was so tiny, we only took up like 4 rooms. We had a main panel stage, vendor hall with the guests in the back, as well as artist alley, all in one room. And it's not even that big. Like, I would say probably, if you think like of a standard like hotel conference room, that's how big each one of these rooms would be. And then on the very far side, you had 3 smaller panel rooms, 2 that were primary and 1 that was just like the arcade room or whatever, where they had like games or whatever. Those 3 areas, then a kind of lobby in front was the 4th room. And the lobby in front was where you could get really, really mediocre hotel food, basic gatherings, basic tables sitting down, a little quiet corner where people could color and draw pictures, which will come important later. That was it. Otherwise, the rest of the hotel, they had another event where there was some like old boomer army people that were having like a reunion for like their regiment, which was actually pretty cool. But seeing randoms interact with the Sonic community and some of us in cosplay, like I was fully decked out with the Knuckles hat and the red, tank top gloves and the sunglasses. Like we were proper Sonic Ova Knuckles. Let's first get into the autographs. I have never met these people at all in my entire life, and I've always wanted to. The American actors, unfortunately, always have gone through like a purge when it comes to paying out contracts and, having them come back for future games. So in America, we had 3 generations of like Sonic voice actors, maybe 4 depending on who you count. So we had the Dreamcast, like early GameCube era, and then we had the 4Kids era, and then we had after the 4Kids era, which I guess we could call modern era or whatever. And a lot of those ones, half of them stuck around because modern era Sonic voice acting, about half of the characters kind of dropped off because they stopped including those characters in the games because Sega didn't really know what to do with them and didn't really want to write compelling stories. And now, up until recently, since they've been wanting to write more compelling stories, the other characters are getting more prominent screen time to actually voice their lines, so they've had to hire new voice actors for them. So technically, for those lesser known characters, they've gone through 4 purges. Whereas the main characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, they all had, maybe 3 to 4 purges. Even so, I think Tails had a bunch of different voice actors too. In Japan, there are no purges. Literally in Sonic Adventure, you have the same voice actor for Sonic, and that voice actor has stayed through all the media, all the TV shows, and all the games. Sonic Frontier, Sonic X Shadow Generations, and then Cross Worlds, which is coming out this year, which we will be playing, they're going to have the same voice actors. So, going back to the American voice actors, Sonic movie. Some of you may not know much about the movies. For those that do, there's a character called Agent Stone, which is basically Eggman or Robotnik's lackey or whatever. In fact, I think I have a piece of artwork hiding around here because I had him sign it too. You know what? How about we do the artwork first, and then we're going to go through the actual signings, because we got some absolute treasures down here. We got our boy Knuckles. We got our boy Knuckles with a little bit of that glare. This is classic Sonic Adventure 2 Knuckles, Scott Dreyer, and even wrote it out to your boy, and he even put in, a ghost. This man, when I tell you that Scott was a pleasure to talk to, and a reason why he doesn't do a lot of conventions at all is because he actually genuinely wants to talk to the fans. And I talked with him for like 15 minutes and there was no line. He's more of the type of, we wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for you, the fans. So if anyone ever wants to talk to us, we want to make sure that you have all the time in the world to talk to us and not be restricted to like the standard going rule that anime conventions or Comic-Con conventions have, where it's like at maximum you need to spend 30 seconds to 45 seconds with each fan. That's one of the reasons why they don't do a lot of conventions. If the agents cannot guarantee freedom to talk, Scott's just not interested. And neither is Ryan Drummond, the voice of Sonic, or David Humphrey, the voice of Original Shadow. Next piece of artwork. This is all the classic Sonic boys. They're all playing poker at probably Mirage Saloon Zone or whatever. We got Bart, we got Tails, We got Bean, the green dude. We got Mighty, the armadillo, which is that red fucker over there. Knack, Fang, like, I don't know. He's got tons of different names. And Sonic, he's screwed. He's screwed, right? Like, you can tell he got Robotnik cards, you know, just on his deck. He ain't got no chance. Amazing print. This is all 3 Super Hedgehogs. All 3 of them just decked out. Tell me where you see prints like this out in the wild. You don't. All right, now, this is Adventure 1. When Tails has to race Eggman to get to the missile that's gonna blow up Station Square. Look at that epic shot. That angle is crazy. It is a straight action shot. Our boy is into it, and he's gotta stop that missile before Eggman beats him with a punch, which is, he's just chilling right there. Sonic Adventure 2 with Knuckles. This man is so happy at Pumpkin Hill. He found a piece of the Master Emerald, and you got the whole like spooky aesthetic in the back. It just hits me right in the nostalgia. And the fact that it's Pumpkin Hill, that's an iconic level for our boy Knuckles. This is the game with Shadow, and he's got his guns or whatever. But what's really cool about this print is that there's all this like, there's just dripping blood everywhere, dude. Like this shit is kind of hardcore, dude. Absolutely cool. Now, when they had this print up, I had to cop. Like this, it's even got the gloss on it. Like it's this man is Karen, this man's Protector. That's it. That's a good print right there. Agent Stone from the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. He was at this convention. Bro was chill. He was so chill. There was a fan panel where some guy had put together like all the clips of the first 3 movies and was trying to make a case of why Agent Stone is the best side character. And I thought, Lee was going to be at that. I thought he was actually a part of it. He was not. 45 minutes into his fan panel, he must have been out to lunch or something. The guy, I think, was talking about probably towards the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where it's just like, okay, we don't know if Jim Carrey's coming back for the 3rd Sonic movie. So, they kind of like show Stone as the guy in the end credits where, maybe he's going to be the next villain. And literally, I want to say around that time, the back of the room, you suddenly hear this voice, "Hey, what you guys talking about?" And it's literally fucking Lee just crashing his own fan panel. And the guy who was running the panel was just like, "Oh my god, what are you doing here?" And he's just like, "Oh, this guy sounds pretty cool." And he's just chilling. It was great. And then he left. He's just like, "All right, I don't want to keep you guys." But the guy who was running the panel, like, he had to get his composure back. Dude did not expect that at all. That was a pretty cool thing to witness. You would not get that at any big anime convention or anything like that. And that was one of the things that made it special. What can I say? So obviously I talked to him. He signed the Sonic 3 box. It's kind of hard to see. Up here is Tails. This was from MomoCon. But Lee, wrote here, and he was being a smartass. He just like, "Oh, Colleen signed this. All right, I'm gonna write I love Colleen." Okay, Lee. So now I got I love Colleen written by Agent Stone on my Sonic 3 movie box, and you know what? I love it. I love it. Apparently, this is something from Sonic Prime. I thought it was something from Adventure 2. Live and Learn on the side. Live and Learn is our shit. That is the quintessential song. We got a couple of quickies here. We got Sonic in Space. I mean, you already know. Sonic in Space over the planet. It's got the cool, slashes on it. Shadow, look, our boy is cool. He's taking off the limiter rings. You can already see this other limiter ring, just popping off like this shit. Here's a good one for you old school 90s fans. This is classic Mario. This is Fat Mario. This is Fat Sonic. I love our old 90s rivalry. I love it. May it never die. This is going to be one, if you guys have seen the 3rd Sonic movie. If not, Jim Carrey plays both Robotnik and his grandfather in the movie. Like, he plays both those characters. And there's literally a line in the movie where he breaks the 4th wall when he meets his grandfather for the first time. And he's just like, the resemblance is uncanny. It's as if we're 2 different characters in the movie being played by the same actor. Someone decided to gamify it, and that's what this is. And they look dead ass at the camera, but in the game style. How fucking cool is that? There's another one of Shadow, Chaos Spear. I think this one's pretty great. It's got that kind of like spark, like kind of that. This would do well in a dark environment, I think. And then this is our Lanky Boy. This is like Lanky like boy rider style, where you got the shoes, man's got his arms crossed, It's even got, you know, the lyrics to his, like, you know, song that plays in Shadow the Hedgehog, the opening. Cool shit. Fucking cool shit. This one's actually pretty fucking cool because I think this is more like Las Vegas style, but I mean, it's Sonic over a whole bunch of buildings, and you can see that like ball. Actually, I think that's Reno. I think that's just straight Reno because I think that ball is like the bowling center or whatever because there's like that bowling thing. Now, Boy at the Beach. Fans of the movie would know this. Not the live action, but the cartoon movie where Sonic, he's just vibing to a boombox. There's no boombox in this, but he's got his chili dogs. He's got some Chaos Cola. He's got that busted ass crab meat over there, and he's got Tails. Tails just playing in the surfboard in the back. I want to say that's it for the Big Boy Prince. Now, the autographs. This apparently needs to be framed. We got Knuckles autograph. We got Shadow's autograph, both with lines. You know, Knuckles says, "We'll see about that, Batgirl," and Shadow's got, "I promise you revenge." Maria, classic Maria, is down here. She was at the convention. Over here, I got to see the lead singer of the guy who does Live and Learn, What I'm Made Of, Open Your Heart, all the Crush 40 music. He came to this and actually performed. I mean, this is my favorite one. And he's got Live and Learn right down here. It is a stack of autographs. But where's Sonic and all that? Because Sonic was at the convention too. And yes, he was. And he was a pretty chill dude too. Problem with Sonic's signatures is that, and the Scott and David Humphrey, the voice actor for Knuckles and Shadow, they told me, "I'm so glad that you're having a signed Adventure 2 and you didn't bring it to Ryan yet, because he has a knack for taking up half of the box and he doesn't leave any space for anyone else to sign." And because of that, I'm like, okay, cool. Good to know. So I left Adventure 1 just for Ryan. And yeah, he was right. This man wrote all over this fucking guy, and even wrote big drip on Chaos, because of course he did. And for all you Sonic 06 fans out there, Silver was at the convention. Pete Capella. This man, I know everyone asks you, like, you know, "Hey, it's no use, can you put down the box?" He's just like, "All right, I got you. I'll do you one even better." This man graffitied all over my shit. This man went artistic with the effects on the side, with the "it's no use," with the bubbly letters, with the shading. And then the other performer, not Johnny Gioelli, who does Live and Learn, Crush 40 guy. This is Bentley Jones, did Silver's main theme in this game as well. And then of course we got Johnny. This is the guy who sings the songs. As far as other like small merch, we don't got much. Got a couple keychains. We got our boy with the guitar right here. We got Sally. We got a Freedom Fighter Sally custom-made keychain. All right, we got done with the majority of the merch and the art, but you guys need to understand the journey. Some visualization of what we just talked about. So, my adventure all started on the bus, because I take the bus to the airport for where I live, because I ain't paying no $30 a night to stay at the Minneapolis airport to park my car. I will spend $2 on a bus ride, carry my shit. I literally was carrying like multiple bags. You got this, and the hat, and then under there is like I think it was a fabric bag where you usually would have like reusable like grocery bags. I had a whole bunch of shoes in that, so I'm literally carrying bags on the damn bus. We're flying out on Sun Country. We got a couple shots as we're going. That's the hotel itself. After we landed, like, it's right there. The GSR, Grand Sierra Resort. This is what I'm talking about. When you walk into the hotel, like straight up, it's slot machines. It's slot machines, games, and this shit goes on for like, you know, just square feet after square feet. And that's another view of it too. And these are all regular people. These people aren't even here for the convention. So partway through the convention, we had to deal with some of that as well. That's a view from the hotel room. We got a picture of a mountain in the background. That's pretty dope. And you got a little highway, whatever. So the view from the hotel room was kind of nice. I don't know why I brought all this stuff. I mean, we all know why I brought, you know, Adventure 1, 06, and Adventure 2. That's the classic Sonic series right there. That's the OVA. And then, of course, movie 1, 2, and 3 next. Look, I'd be rocking them tail socks. This was day 0. I'm like, bro, we're rocking. We got the Converse. We doing the socks. I'm telling you, this is how we're doing it. This is how we're doing it. We're going to go to round 1 in style. Ryan Drummond, the original voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in Adventure 1, Adventure 2, and Heroes. The fucking guy. This is the guy that drew all over his face and wrote big drip in the back. And then, of course, you got me and my fucking, like, cosplay Knuckles get up with the hat. Amazing conversations. All these people were a joy to talk to. This person This was at a streaming panel, and her name is Chelsea Pearl. Shout outs to her because she streams, and she was the 15th follower over here on the Speed Zone. But we were literally in this panel room, and she's got like, I want to say like 1,500 like followers, and we were kind of talking shop for a little bit. I was in the front row. I asked a couple questions, and she was answering questions like, you know, here's what you need to get started. Here's what some people might tell you of what you don't need. Honestly, just get started. Just start doing it, and you kind of learn as you go. You kind of figure out what you become more comfortable with, what kind of niche works for you, and you kind of build that community, so on and so forth. So she was really cool to hang out with. Also a big fan of Knuckles with the hat, so I wasn't the only one with the fucking cowboy hat. So let's go, proper cowboy Knuckles. It's our boy Scott Dreyer. This is the guy I talked to for 15 minutes. 15 fucking minutes about the origin of how Knuckles and Ryan and David Humphrey kind of got into the whole voice acting scene, voicing the original Sonic characters. Because back then, all of the auditions, he was telling me, kind of take place in the same room with the producers, whereas nowadays, people just send in a demo reel online and they record it at their own at-home studio, so it's not as involved. When they auditioned, it was all in real time and they would get live feedback as they would audition. The mentality that was described to me by Scott was that him, Ryan, and Dave, they just got out of college. They were looking to start something, but didn't really know what to do. They really liked voice acting. Ryan was the one who got the part for Sonic in Adventure 1. Ryan was just like, hey, you want to voice some of these other characters? You know, this company called Sega is like looking for people to voice other characters. You guys might be a good fit. Honestly, it was just word of mouth back then that kind of gave them that audition in, or that foot in. Lo and behold, it got them to voice the characters for the games up until the 4Kids era, which was around that 2004 time frame, give or take, when I guess Sega wanted to like change up the contracts or something. I'm not sure. I know they were kind of pissed off about it. They're all thrilled that the fans still remember them and they still show up and get autographs, and that's kind of why they still want to go out and do these types of events and give the fans the time of day when someone approaches them and asks them questions. It was a great origin story, I'm not gonna lie. And of course you got to get that double pose. I mean, oh boy, classic Knuckles right there. All right. Now, these two motherfuckers, we have full Shadow bodysuit, we have full Sonic bodysuit, and there was an Amy like walking around too, and I think there was a Blaze the Cat as well. Every time these guys walked around, everyone would drop their shit, and everyone would start forming an unofficial line to get pictures. As if it was like a Universal Studios or a fucking like sponsored company event where you've got like, you know, Santa Claus. Like, all right, everybody sit on Santa's lap. Everybody line up and tell Santa what you want for Christmas. It's the fucking Sonic version where every time they showed up, everyone's like, I want a picture. I want a picture with Sonic and Shadow. Fuck yeah. This happened in the convention space in addition to it happening in the public space, where there was the casino part that I showed you guys. So there were, like I said, there was a regiment of people there on the bottom floor that were there for an old like army meetup from back in the 60s, 70s, a bunch of old people. They didn't really interact with us, but there was also a group of people at the hotel that were there for a baseball game. So a lot of kids. When I say these guys came out to the public elevators and just started walking, so many random 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old kids just suddenly went, oh my god, mom, oh my god, mom, look at Sonic, oh my god, look at Shadow. And it's just kids that aren't even part of the convention. They're just random kids that just know these characters from whatever it is that they consume. These kids literally would walk up, and because these are just random cosplayers, the regular people, the general public started lining up, and then the parents were just like, oh man, this is so cool. And then someone would be like, yeah, I used to play Sonic on the Genesis. This is dope. This is actually sick. So they had a fucking audience of people that weren't even at the convention that wanted to take pictures with these guys. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, I cannot fathom, like, this is just, they just go out in public and people just line up. That's how popular the franchise is again. We really have the movies to thank for bringing this franchise back into, I guess, the good graces of folks and people giving it a shot as like a pop culture, you know, kind of icon versus just a video game character. When you see like the random kids that weren't even there for the convention, they start lining up, that warmed my heart. I'm like, fuck yeah. This franchise is in good hands. It is being passed down to the next generation. So nighttime, First night they had a rave, and because, again, there wasn't a lot of people at this convention, there weren't that many people at the rave. But the rave itself was actually kind of high quality, not gonna lie. Funny thing about this drink menu, right? My dumb ass was like looking at this, and I'm like, okay, where's like a good rum or a good like tropical, like, you know, mix, right? I'm looking at this, and I'm like, oh, Sonic seems all right. I mean, I do like the vodka lemonade. Brandy, I'm not as big into. Whiskey, it depends. It really depends. I look at the tails. Sweet and citrusy. Tropical swirl. Okay, they got tropical, right? Pineapple juice, orange juice. Okay, they really going sweet. This must be some sort of like rum mixture, right? I go ahead and buy this. And the thing that should have tipped me off was that it only cost $5. I didn't think about that. And then when I had a sip, I realized this is just a regular juice. There's no alcohol in it. This ain't an adult drink. So I drank it. It was fine. It tasted good. And I went back and got a Sonic drink, and then immediately the lady was like, yeah, you know, I didn't want to say anything when you were looking at the Tails one, but I mean, you looked pretty hard set on it, so I figured, no, that's probably what he wants. And I'm like, you're right. I kind of wanted something tropical and fruity, but I thought it was going to have rum in it. Everyone brought their damn plushies. I don't know what it is about the Sonic meetups, but apparently everyone's got these like plushies that they always bring around with them. I've never seen that at any other anime convention. Maybe once or twice you see someone with like a plushie, but not to this extent. So we got bro with Knuckles, we got someone with a Silver over here, we got a Shadow. People are just fucking like playing around with their plushies. And then people like doing tricks. They just doing tricks, but they're playing like that bonus music from like Sonic 3 when you're trying to get all the balls in the special stage. Like people were doing dance tricks. It was they got the lights, they had everything, bars in the back. This shit right here. It's just another one. More people are kind of vibing. We got more than what we had before. This ain't Sonic. This ain't Sonic. This is not Sonic, but no one cared. Some of that Dragon Ball. That man right there. That man right there. You all saw that. That man about to go Super Saiyan like 5, and 5 hasn't even been invented yet, okay? Literally, they start playing Dragon Ball at the rave. Sonic and Dragon Ball might as well go hand in hand as like two, you know, very, very close relatives. They had these backpacks that they were handing out. These fucking backpacks, when I tell you that they were like fucking premium, this is a true ass backpack with sleeves, USB port inside for portable charger that you could charge out the back, little drink holder, hard like top surface so you can actually place things on top. And it'll actually protect the things inside. And then this airport lock. Actually, you can lock up your damn bag. Who makes a bag of that high quality? Like, even if you weren't there as part of the convention, you didn't have a VIP, you would want this bag anyway, because it's actually pretty nice quality. It's better than a lot of our work bags. Day 2, obviously, gotta find the Rouge cosplayers, because I'm Knuckles, and Rouge always playing games. She's always up to games trying to steal my gems. And, you know, I made sure that she's gonna take this one right here. So yeah, pictures. And then we met up with Chelsea again, the one that did the streaming. She was dressed as one of the original freedom fighters from the old Sonic cartoon. Cool ass shit. Very, very cool. I think she was like the only freedom fighter I saw the entire weekend. So I'm like, I gotta get another picture. I don't care. That shit is dope. There's our boy Lee. There's our boy Lee from the Sonic movies. This man, blast to talk to, absolute legend. Really cool to see like an actual Hollywood actor come on out and, you know, party with the Sonic people. They had a Sega Saturn original display case out on display, and that was a real Saturn in. The cartridge was like a demo cartridge, but where are you gonna see that live? Like that's crazy. Now, this is going to be the concert for day 2. And this is where we got a couple of videos that will play and kind of just, you know, maybe give you a little bit of context. This room on day 2, this is where Johnny Gioelli played, as well as Bentley Jones, the one that does the songs for Silver and a couple of other Sonic inspired tracks. But yeah, this is like the beginning part. This fucking Lee comes up to give a PSA.
Do not cross the white line. That is a direct order from the doctor himself.
Do not cross the right line. The ADA needs to be allowed to see. But look how packed that shit is.
Now, you want to be fired, you'll cross the white line. I don't think any. Oh, all right, cool. Bye.
Someone cross white line. Poor. This man's a great guy.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Thank you so much for listening and helping out. I love you too. Alright. I'm awkwardly gonna go now.
There it goes. I don't know why I did that, but everyone loved it. So Agent Stone just living it up with the fans. Living it up. Absolutely living it up. And then what do we have next? This is when I think Bentley came on. And they're playing Dreams of Absolution. There's Silver plushie. That one's big. That's a big one. Dude, I've never seen Bentley before. But I fuck with Bentley's music at this point, especially Silver's. I've always liked Silver's theme. This is Silver's voice actor. Pete Capello went up. This is when they both try to co-op and do the Labyrinth. And everyone's just like, you gotta play Dreams of an Absolution. That's what we came here. That's the one we know. It's Silver's theme. Silver's fucking theme, right? And Silver's up there trying to advocate. He's like, no, you're not leaving until you play it. And because of that, they're now going to perform an additional song. So yeah, I mean, it's a Sonic meetup, and then suddenly it's just Labyrinth. It's just fucking Labyrinth. He can sing. He can sing. So yeah, that's Silver and Bentley singing together with the Labyrinth. Absolutely crazy. And then, once Labyrinth was done, we're like, okay, play the fucking Silver song. Do it before you leave. And they actually did a little bit of a different spin on this. But I mean, it was cool that they had the nice little side, capture over there to keep track of things. Mind-blowing experience. Now, Bentley being the opening act, they start getting the staff members to like hype up Johnny, who's the lead singer of Crush 40. This shit was hype. This shit was hype. I'm not even gonna say shit. If anything, let's make this big. Let's make this big. Like, look. That's Adventure 2. That's just Adventure 2. This is how you intro Johnny, okay? This is how you do it.
Let's go.
And then they just roll right into Adventure 1 with the opening sequence. You know how to make the Sonic fans happy. There he is. Dude, I can't. It's crazy. And let me tell you, when the voice was shattered, like, I already don't have, like, the greatest singing voice. Like, I got that monotone thing going, but fuck. I had to try. Everybody there was singing. He's right there. He's right fucking there. If I ever see him like performing again, shit, I'm gonna have to go. That's just how it's gonna be. And of course you can still see like all the plushies and everyone holding the damn plushies. And you can hear that guitar. You could just hear that back guitar. If John was up there performing, that'd be it. That'd be dreams come true. I still need to meet John Sinaway. And that's it. So yeah, they played everything. They're about to play Sonic 06 His World.
Turn this up.
He's like, turn this up. Don't even play. Don't even fucking play. hear that fucking just. Look. Again, conventions, guys. I cannot stress enough. Conventions, fan meetups, do it. He even took a plushie, for God's sakes. And he actually still hit those notes. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to hear him perform because his voice has been slowly starting to go. And maybe he was sick that one time I heard him, but he was hitting those notes just like he did in the games. And that is thrilling. Absolutely thrilling. They even played the classic Sonic cartoon. And he actually sang this originally back in the day too. I had no idea. This was before Crush 40 was even a thing. Actually, it's probably a little too... it's probably still a little small there. We're gonna make it a little bigger. He's like, sing it. I don't even know. This might still be. That's the back. So that one is this. Here we go. Here, we got a little bit of the offside camera over here. Oh, a little bit of glare. That's this. That's this fucking show. This fucking show. Okay. For all you people who are unaware. They even played fucking Sonic in the Black Knight, and the ending is kind of just. You could just hear it. You could just hear it. Just hits those notes. Just hits those fucking notes, dude. And that man he's going. He's going. So it's a slower song, but what was really cool is that when that song was done,
know your value, baby.
Know your value. It's a life lesson. Then he goes right into the shadow bullshit. The hardcore, like, grunge, shadow opening. Everyone with the shadow plushies freaks the fuck out, because of course they do. He even got the Chaos Emerald. That might even be the damn Master Emerald. Crazy. Crazy. He even got a ring. I mean, it's just a one-man show right now. It's crazy. You could just just fucking let the video tell the story. You'd never skip this opening. It's probably one of the hardest openings in all of video games. You can see the shadow. There's so many damn shadow plushies. That one's got like some sort of fucking Hawaiian shirt on. Again, something about plushies everywhere. All right, now, so of course, when you got to end a concert, and then he played more songs than weren't included because I didn't want to show everything or else we'd be here forever. Bentley Jones comes back up on stage because it's like, okay, we're wrapping up, we're doing good, you know, this is... What do you think is going to happen? When they bring everyone else back out on stage, and it was like this at the Sonic Symphonies, it was like this, you know, at any sort of like tinier, you know, convention meetup, if they're like promoting a game or something, and Crush 40's performing. Are you even surprised? And you got the Super Sonic and Super Shadow in the background, the most iconic, still the most iconic ending to any Sonic game. And this is why. This is why. It's ingrained. It's permanent. Look, he's right there. He's right fucking there. He's right fucking there. God, that's so fucking cool. Look, Crush 40, seeing them live. Of course, after going to the show, I'm gonna fucking, like, meet this dude and get his fucking autograph. Are you serious? How could I fucking not? When I say he was, like, cracked out on ADHD energy and just love for the community, that's this man incarnate. You could never, and there were even other people in the community, because they had similar experiences with him when they were talking with him, and there's always this like narrative where, you know, sometimes in pop culture you don't want to meet your heroes because, you know, they aren't the people you thought they were. But when it comes to Johnny, Bentley, and then Pete, Scott, Dave, and Ryan, and Lee, even Lee, an actor from Hollywood, they're some of the most genuine people, and they have some of the most fun interacting with the community. This man is genuinely happy to have talked and had a conversation, because I basically said, hey, I have been trying to listen to you perform for years, and it finally happened, and that concert last night was fucking amazing. Like 10 out of 10, even though it was just you, 10 out of fucking 10. And then I asked him, what was it like performing with Jun Sinaway, the guy who does the crazy guitar? Oh, he looks at me and he's just like, you know, I love Jun, but the problem with Jun Sinaway is that sometimes he doesn't realize how much space he's taken up on stage. So whenever we're performing together, I have to watch out for him, because he's going to like bang into me or accidentally hit me with his guitar. And he doesn't mean it. It's just he's not used to playing with other people on stage. And I'm like, what kind of like lore and history is that? That's so fucking funny. And then we got a poster, and we got him to sign the game box, and that was that. And then as we wait for the bus on the way back after making it out of Reno, long story short, I missed my flight due to a late shuttle, and I had to book another flight, and the next one that was leaving back to Minneapolis wasn't until the following morning. So I had to camp my ass out at the Reno airport from Sunday into Monday, survive on some of the worst cold airport food I've ever had, and I think that might have been where my fucking sickness came from. It was a journey, but thank God for credit cards and having emergency tickets, because that was a bit of a, oh shit, we're in trouble, we gotta go. Now, the very, very final piece. This is something that any kid would hope for and dream for, especially if they have like a favorite character or something that's just not very widely known or widely popular, but someone made it popular and gave life to it. And this is going to the comic book artist who was there at this convention, Tracy Yardley. And I've talked with Tracy before, and I bought a couple of his prints. I pulled out a Sonic comic that, you know, had Sonic and Sally, one of the original Freedom Fighters. They were locked up in a cage, and I had Tracy sign it because I'm like, I love these character designs. I like the style you do them in. These are my favorite. You know, Sally is my favorite non-game Sonic character, and I really wish they would include her in everything else, because she's badass. Like, it's straight badass. So, because it's such a tiny con, I'm like, hey, do you do commissions? And he's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay, so if I had an idea, would you need me to describe it for you? As I would want 2 characters. Do I need to like do a concept art or something, a little concept drawing? And he's like, yeah, just something a little bit to give me an idea, but I could usually work with, I'm pretty flexible with what you could work with. And I'm like, okay, let me pay you for 2 characters. And he wrote it down, got my information. And he's like, yeah, if you come back with like a concept of what you want me to go, I'll fit you in and see if I can get you it by the end of the weekend. So that coloring area, that quiet area in that one lobby section of the whole, you know, section off of the convention, I walked my ass over there, and they have all these like character sheets of people like, you know, doing like alternate colors of like, you know, the actual concept art of the characters. I take a piece, flipped it over, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna draw this. Art just does not click in my brain. I have said this before. You are all going to see, because I have recreated the concept art I gave to Tracy to kind of give him an idea of what I wanted him to draw. This fucking shit. I drew this in the corner at a Sonic table with markers, and I'm like, all right, I want this like little hill. We got some clouds in the sky, maybe some like, I don't know, some fucking random shit. I start drawing, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta make sure. I want both hands, like, this is like kindergarten style, guys. This is kindergarten. I literally put words on my fucking concept drawing to Tracy. Point up, and I want them to have the big boots, the big shoes, because that's the style that Tracy does them in. I like that fucking style. You see that? I prepared that. I probably worked a little too hard on it. It took me like 10, 15 minutes to draw. You ain't ready for this. This is the result. Look at this art. The shadows, the fucking flowers. I saw this man pulled it out late on Sunday, and I looked at it and I was like, fuck, I turned away. I'm like, there's no way to, like, this shit hit my heart, dude. Like, no fucking joke. I swear to God, like, if I hadn't like, kept up my composure, I might have teared up just a tiny bit. This man, he just fucking drew it. He's even got like the old school, like, you know, 90s style Sonic clouds and everything. He's got the knee bends. He's got the point up. When I tell you that the rest of those art prints, I made sure that they were nicely packed in the fucking like carry-on and checked bag to make sure they were nice and tight. This didn't go in anything. I'm like, this had one little plastic sleeve. I am carrying this with my 2 fingers throughout the airport, throughout the shuttle, and I camped overnight because I missed the flight. So I was literally camping with this fucking thing, just out on its own. I'm like, this will not get bent. This will not get damaged. This is a one-of-a-kind, only art print. Concept is that these two were always implied that they were supposed to settle down and be happy together, but they never could be because Eggman and Robotnik always were a problem. And because this timeline kind of stopped, you never saw like a proper ending to it. To me, this kind of implies that the war is done, everything's all good, everyone can live in peace and fucking harmony, and it never happened in the comics because fuck Ken Penders. Now here's a piece of fucking, here's a fucking artifact that this man drew. I literally said I could fucking die happy now when it comes to this franchise and the Archie comic lore and the timeline. This is insane. To come from that, to come from fucking that. When I gave him that, he's like, I already kind of see this coming together in my mind. You gave me a good enough drawing. So shout outs to Tracy Yardley. He almost forgot to sign it too. And I told him, no, you sign this shit right now because this is your art. I want no one else taking credit for this shit. This is masterclass work. Guys, that was Sonic Neon Summit. I'm really hoping they do a year 2. We literally went through the concerts, we went through photos. Like, if you've never done a convention before, I am just going to add reasons on why you should give conventions a shot. And with this Sonic Neon convention, like, it was more like a retreat and party versus an actual like convention. Like, it was like a mini like group meetup. It was crazy. It truly was the best convention I've been to so far, and that's saying a lot. I saw this. This is kind of a bonus. I didn't go over this at all. This was happening in the corner in the main entranceway. They had a lot of people in the big full-on bodysuits. And our boy Jay, he's referencing those Sonic shorts from back in the day, those Newgrounds animations, which I think they're all up on YouTube now. If you know those shorts, you're going to understand this next one, because this was posted in Discord. I saw this happening across the room, and this was the final edited version. All right.
Aha! To get through tight spaces, press the A button to slide.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Y'all go to conventions. Do it. It's worth it.